Hey everybody, what's going on? You guys doing alright? Okay, I hope you're all doing very well. So today I was really in the mood for some donuts, and it's such a beautiful sunny day. I just thought I'd grab me some donuts, and I came to a different location today. I'm actually down at the river. It's so beautiful down here. I think I did a couple videos down here last year. I did one in the middle of the winter time too. That was really cool because it was all, snow and ice all over the ground. So, but down at the river, Dunkin' Donuts. Of course, I got my coffee, black coffee to drink. So I thought I'd just enjoy the morning and hang out with you guys for a while. I'm heading off to work in a little bit, so I just thought it'd be a great time to do a video. So you guys sit back, relax, you put your feet up, don't worry about a thing, you just hang out with me for a while. Let me show you what we've got in here. They didn't have much of a selection today. I don't know if I was just late or if that's just normal. It's really hot in here too, you guys, so hopefully these things are not melting. But I've got let's see here. This is a chocolate. It's just like a chocolate crumb cake donut. You guys know I've got the blueberry in there. Blueberry is my favorite. Apple fritter, chocolate glazed. And this is like a coffee roll. It's got cinnamon in there. And this is a Bavarian cream. Okay, so let's dig in. You guys know I always do the blueberry first, so maybe we'll switch it up today. Let's see. Let me try the chocolate one here. There we go. Nice chocolate glazed donut. Show you the other side here. There we go. So good. I hope you guys can see the river back there. It's just such a beautiful place down here with you have the park over there. There's tennis courts and a basketball court, and of course the river behind me. I love coming down here. It's so relaxing. When my wife and I first got together, we actually had an apartment right around the corner over there. That was a nice little apartment too. I kind of miss it. Alright, you guys, I think I've waited long enough. I have to do this blueberry one next. There we go. It's falling apart a little bit, but that'll be okay. Here, let me show you what it looks like. Okay. I remember that apartment over there. I've told this story before, but for those of you that might not have heard it, we moved in there, and we we didn't have anything. Basically, we just had each other, and that was it. And back then, that's all that mattered. We didn't really care about anything else. But we moved in there. We didn't have any furniture. I think we had one couch to sit on, and that was it. We didn't have anything else. So, but it was okay. It was exciting. It was our first place together, and we were happy. And we just planned. We would buy stuff eventually as we go. So. So everything was good. Well, Thanksgiving was rolling around, and my wife wanted to have some people over for Thanksgiving. It was our first Thanksgiving in the new apartment, and her brother was coming over, and my mom, and I think her nephew was coming over. But we didn't have a dining room table or any place to eat or anything. It was, my wife, she wanted it to be a nice special Thanksgiving for all of us. So we were shopping around for dining room sets and whatnot, and those things were so expensive. So, and it was a little disappointing, but so I was telling one of my friends from work, back when I was a construction worker. His name was John, really great guy. I still see him from time to time too. If I'm like out in my yard working or something, and he drives by, he'll pull in and we'll talk for a little bit. But I was telling him, I needed a dining room table for Thanksgiving, and he's like, "Oh, I've got a dining room table. It's over at my sister's house in the basement, just sitting there. You guys can have it." So I'm like, seriously, that's awesome. I was so excited, and I knew my wife would be excited too. So he actually went over there, and we picked it up together, and he helped me move it over to my apartment. And well, my wife, she was at work, and I called her up, and I asked her if she could come home after work, and she says, "No, I'm gonna go to the store and see if I can find a dining room table." And I could tell she was just like really discouraged. So I'm like, "Well, come home and get me. I'll go shopping with you." And I had the table all set up nice and neat, and it was just so beautiful in our dining room. And she's like, "No, I don't want to come home, and then come all the way back out." And I'm like, "Well, just come home and get me." And she's like, "Okay." So, and I knew she knew that something was going on, because it's when you've been with someone for a while, you can just tell, when they're something's going on. So when you open up the front door to the apartment, the dining room's right there. So she come home, and I was waiting for her at the door, and I opened up the door just a little bit, and she's like, "You ready to go?" And I'm like, "Well, come on in for a minute." And she was like peeping through the crack in the door, and she seen the dining room table, and she immediately just, tears just welled up in her eyes, and she's like, "Oh wow, it's so beautiful." And she jumped up and down, and she hugged me so hard I thought I wasn't able to breathe. But yeah, that was our first apartment right over there. So good times. But good old John, yep, he took care of me on that one. Yeah, she hugged me and squeezed me. I didn't think she was ever going to let me go. That's a great example of tears of joy. She was just so happy she couldn't stop crying. Yeah, we talk about that all the time too, because it's like, that was just such a long time ago. We're really hoping to sell our house this year and get a new one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll definitely let you guys know too, because we've been in our house for a while. It's just time to move on and get something new. Alright, let's see what we can do next. Ooh, let's try this apple fritter. I love these. It's really hot in here too, you guys. So these donuts are nice and warm. They're almost like right out of the oven. See if I can give you guys a up close of this one here. There we go. This is one gooey apple fritter. It's got the crispy outside, but the inside's got apples and cinnamon in there. Alright, you guys, I think I'm going to do one more. I'm getting pretty full. I have to save the other two for later. Let's try this chocolate one. Chocolate glazed. It's getting really hot in here too, you guys, so these things are really starting to melt. Okay. This one's going to be really gooey too, I can already tell. I have to eat it in pieces. Yeah, I used to always carry fishing poles with me no matter where I went when I was a construction worker, because we did so many jobs out. There was always lakes or ponds on the job site, so we did a lot of jobs out on Catawba Island, right off of Lake Erie. Big, beautiful $1 million homes. Wow, just the most beautiful homes you'd ever see. And we would fish before work, after work. It was so much fun. Well, I made the mistake of trying to fish while I was working. I casted my pole out there and I just let it set, and then we all went up on the roof and started working. I really didn't think I was going to catch anything, so about 5 minutes later, one of my roofing buddies, he's like, "Hey dude, your pole, look at your pole." So I looked down, and my pole's just like bent in half. This fish is on there, and I ran down the ladder as fast as I could, and I ran over there to the fishing pole to try and catch the fish. And by the time I got there, he was gone. He stole my bait and everything. So, yeah, trying to fish and work at the same time, it didn't really work out that time. I guess I'm lucky it didn't drag my whole pole into the lake. Alright, you guys, I think that's about it. I've really been in the mood for donuts too this week for some reason. Those were absolutely delicious. But as always, thanks for hanging out with me for a while today. I really enjoyed it. Such a beautiful day today out at the river. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. Thanks for subscribing and all of your wonderful comments. I still read every single one of them. They're really a bright part of my day, so keep them coming, okay? All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.